Hello, everyone. My name is Richard C. Wilson, founder of the Family Office Club, and I have with me here today Toby Loftin from BP Capital, who I've known for many years. I get to meet him down in Houston. It's probably 5 to 7 years ago now. And Toby's got a unique background, and he's focused on an area that we probably don't discuss enough within our investor club. And Toby, welcome to the interview here.
Hey, thanks so much, Rich. Glad to be here.
Sure. So just to start out and make sure everyone knows what you're focused on every day and what field your expertise is in, what's kind of the one-liner or the short kind of explanation of what you're focused on there at BP?
Sure. Well, first and foremost, our firm was born out of the legacy of Boone Pickens and his family office and all that goes along with it. So that's what we do is we help investors navigate the broader energy sector, including renewable energy.
Okay, great. And in terms of the value add process, I know you have deep expertise when it comes to pipelines, when it comes to oil and gas pricing and just industry trends, because you guys have lived and been in that space for so long now. What is kind of your value add process that's made you successful consistently investing in the space?
Yeah, thank you for asking that. First and foremost, being an operator of assets as Boone was for 60 years, that perspective is invaluable when it comes to navigating the public markets within energy. So I would describe it as this unique combination of experience and then a disciplined, repeatable process that is applied in a dynamic fashion. So it's the combination of the experience plus the discipline of that process that leads to the best results.
Sure. And I'm sure that process has changed over the years. How many years have you worked in the industry now?
Well, Rich, I entered the financial markets in 1999 after serving as an officer in the Air Force. And I've been with BP Capital since 2010. And we miss Boone. He passed away on September 11th, 2019. But all of the guys who were part of that family office and the broader group stay in close contact. So that's kind of how it is now today.
Sure, great. And what is the number one due diligence question that an investor should ask an investment firm like yourselves? But if they haven't been working in oil and gas for 10 or 20 years, they may not know to ask this, sharp due diligence question about your space.
Yeah, no, thank you for asking that too, Rich. I mean, I think that in today's environment, most people believe that we've reached peak oil demand and that energy in effect is dead. And I think that's really the media effect of the way that they report it. And we see so much of that message. But here's the real question. Like, first of all, is that true? And then if it's not, then why isn't it true? And
Right.
We would break it down accordingly. We would say, first of all, the hydrocarbon chain starts with the heaviest sort of on this end of oil, the liquids, and then you move into natural gas liquids, and then you move into natural gas, which is a gaseous form. But in that middle form, the natural gas liquids, that is used for the petrochemical industry to create plastics and all the goods that we use on a daily basis. And that right there is so important because demand in Asia is increasing dramatically, and that demand will replace the transportation demand destruction that we'll see over time as electric vehicles make their impact. So
Right.
that's so important.
Right. Yeah. It seems like, I don't know what the percentages are, if it's 6% or 9% renewable energy at this point, or what percentage that solar is off the top of my head. But it's still a relatively small percentage now, and there'll be massive investment needed, plus a decade or two of time to even get close to halfway reversing or changing over to that. And you're saying that it'll be replaced by just the growth of human population, the growth of the middle class in Asia, the growth of, then other areas of the world, they're going to be consuming more things made out of plastic or petro products, right?
That's right. I mean, from the U.S. perspective, we are the leader in exports for liquid petroleum gas, which is primarily propane, and liquefied natural gas, LNG. So we'll continue to play an important role in supplying Asia and other parts of the emerging economies demand for energy.
Right. Okay. And what would be a $100,000 value piece of advice that you could leave us with for today when it comes to oil and gas investing?
Well, yeah. So I'll go back to the idea of the energy transition, that phrase, and then comparing that to ESG. Energy transition is a dynamic that's unfolding as we shift from a more hydrocarbon-based fueled global economy to the more renewable based energy landscape. ESG is a set of practices, the best practices that are being applied to all industries. And the energy transition would be taking place regardless of whether or not ESG was in the forefront. And so that's what we want investors to know, that our firm, much like the Pickens plan that Boone unveiled in 2008, it was beautiful. It was prescient because it had this idea that we could actually get on our own resources, including hydrocarbon-based fuels, all the way to wind and solar and what have you. And so we see it going that way, and that's how our vehicles are designed, with that flexibility to invest in whatever makes the most sense according to the investment process.
Right. Okay. And just so everyone's really clear, in terms of your investment vehicles, do you operate as a hedge fund, a private equity fund? Are you a private investor advisor? And how are you kind of set up as an investment firm?
Yeah, so BP Capital Fund Advisors is a SEC registered investment advisor. We offer separately managed accounts, and we have a mutual fund that we sub-advise. But to be clear, there's two strategies that we offer. The first one is the energy strategy, which covers the whole value chain, including renewable energy. And then we have a midstream specific strategy that is primarily pipelines and energy infrastructure. And those are the two distinct strategies offered in either separately managed accounts or.
Okay, great. And then if somebody wants to reach out and they are in the industry or they want to learn more about you and your team's expertise, what's the best way to get in touch?
You can contact me directly, Toby Loftin at tloftin@bpcfunds.com, or call us directly at 214-405-8278. Be the best.
Okay, great. Yeah, and if anyone has trouble getting in touch with Toby, we know each other, so I'm happy to make the connection, and appreciate your time here today with us.
Hey, thanks so much, Rich. Glad to be here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, take care.